In the same topic as pointers to functions, now we would be passing functions itself as parameters. Okay, we pass functions itself as parameters. How do we do that? We use same concept, pointer to functions. So we have pointer to a function, right? We did that experiment. So this is a type pointer to a function. Function takes two parameters, and it returns a void pointer, right? Void pointer to a function that takes two parameters, and the function returns void. That is the way we defined it. Just like we passed integer types or char types, we could pass this itself to functions. Okay, so let's pretend we have a new function execute. All right, and we're going to pass the same guy in here. So its definition is very identical. All right, so this is a pointer to a function we are passing as a parameter, and we need to for this function now gets this pointer, but it has to still, let's say we have the add 4,3, right? So we pointed, let's say pointer to add, and we passed to the function, and we need to pass 4 and 3, right? 4 and 3. So we call this as integer, operand 1 and operand 2. So what this function now is doing is getting a pointer to a function, and it's going to execute, much similar to the way we did. All right, very clean concept. All right, and here we are just going to call pointer op1 and op2. You see that? Yeah. So first definition is to define a pointer. Second is the assignment. Third is to pass to this function. We'll do that in a minute. Say execute pointer and 4,3. If you call, it'll execute. All right. So let's keep this template for our reference. We will change our program to this. Okay. Let's go back to our program in here. So we have the definition so far. We have assigned the pointers, much similar to the way we did before. So our second step is very identical to what we did. Third is to call that function, right? So we not define the function yet. Let's call the function as execute. Here the third step is not calling the function, is to call execute function. Execute pointer operand 1 and operand 2. If you see, this execute is the function name, pointer operand 1 and operand 2. See that? That's the third step. That's the third step. Okay, this is our pointer which we are assigned to one of the things, and operand 1 and operand 2. So we need to define this function. So we'll go ahead and define the function execute. Void execute. So we need to define identical, right? So we'll just copy, cut and paste. Identical. Let's call this as some other pointer, okay, local pointer. And our operand and operand 2, right? We need to pass. Let me call this operand 1, operand 2, and in here just call the function op1, op2. You see that? Wait a minute. So here this function is now will be executing either add, right, will be executing add, minus, we don't know that. It depends upon what the operator is. So depending upon the operator, we have assigned a pointer, then we call the function. Remember, if you see it, this function, for it to execute the operator, it needs operand 2. That is why we are passing both operand 1 and operand 2. And here we are going to execute that. Okay? Very simple, right? So this is the key definition. Very similar to what we have talked here. If you see here, execute into operand 1 and operand 2, and we are just calling it. Very identical, right? Okay. Let's I named it as Q, so let's go back. .c. Okay, again, this is okay, simple. 103. It should be uppercase, right? Just match that. Ta-da! Now you run it. So I'm going to go give some answers. See that? So it works. So let's revisit the passing functions as parameters. Okay, we have just demonstrated how to pass functions to parameters. This is also for the same reason that we could pass functions to threads. Okay, so this is a 4-step process. All right, this name of the function can be anything. I just made it execute, but you can pretty much call it any way you want, but they have to match. The definition, the first step is to define, second step is to assign a pointer, third step is to really call that function, and within the function you see how the definition is. This is the key definition. Like we talked, this type is much similar to integer type or char type. All right, and then we need to pass the operands, what operands you want to pass. Sometimes this could be empty too. Okay, sometimes it can be empty, void. Okay, Thank you.